Warning. It is the opinion of the Forestry Productions LLC and the Working Perspectives podcast that we should inform you that some of the language used in this recording could possibly be considered offensive. You have been warned, so if you decide to listen to the recording, then don't complain about the language.
And they came in once and they're like, "Do you want to go to a tickle party, Peppers?" And I was like, "Oh, a tickle party?" I'm like, I mean, it sounds fun. I was like,
It doesn't sound bad.
I'm working that night. I'm like, I said, I think maybe I won't. But thank you for the invite.
Oh.
And I've always wondered, like, what is what do they? I mean, I think I know what they do at the tickle party, but I'm always like, if I had gone, that probably would have been the kinkiest thing I had ever done. But I did not go, and I wonder, like, if they were more attractive, would I have said yes?
Oh, hell yeah.
Hi, hello, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to talk to some real people about some real things, living real lives, doing real stuff. This is the Working Perspectives podcast. I'm at Lavelle, accompanied today by Jdub and Jamie Iglesias. Our guest today is the one and only Pamela Primrose. Jdub, how are you today?
I'm good. I've been reading about spontaneous combustion.
Yes, very
Google
good.
it, yo. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's fantastic. Yeah, great.
Hey, you're not supposed to talk during the first part.
It's all right, Justin. Don't. Hey, please do not strike the guest. All right. Jimmy,
We're a tight ship over here.
look, let's just start over. How about that? All right, coming back in. Hi, hello.
How are
This is all staying in, you son of a. Jamie, how are you?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
You are amazing. Speaking of being amazing, this is the Working Perspectives podcast. Let's get this thing started. Let's go.
It's our objective to be effective by voicing societies. Working perspective, exploring your day and how you get paid. Launching a new episode every Tuesday. Your day can transform while we inform with new episodes available on every platform. So check out our line and how we get live. Then do us a solid. Share and subscribe. Would you share it? Would you share it? Would you share it? Working perspectives.
All right. On the show today, we have the beautiful Pamela Primrose. She is one of Jamie's first bookings. First booking, Jamie? Your first booking on the show?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, Jamie's first booking on the show. Super
First
excited.
booking that showed up.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah. Finally a success.
Yep, nailed it. But super excited to get into it. Really going to be a lot of fun. So, Pamela, thank you so much for being on the show. Super excited to have you here. But before we get started, I would just like to ask, what movie do you think is better, The Godfather Part 1 or The Godfather Part 2?
I'll say part 2.
You will say Part 2 because that is the correct answer. Isn't that right, Justin?
It is not right, but go on.
All right. And then Pam or Pamela, which one do you prefer?
Either's fine.
Either's fine. Very nice. Okay, Pam. And then Cheetos, crunchy or puff?
Crunchy.
Yeah. 'Cause
Or
you're not a
both.
child. I mean, obviously both in a pinch, but if
Crunchy.
if you have your preference, it's crunchy all day.
Crunchy, yeah.
Yeah. And then what about pancakes or waffles?
I think pancakes
Wow.
with chocolate chips.
With
Good.
Choco chips.
Yeah.
Choco chips.
I probably would take that over a waffle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, James. You know,
I
just
don't-
when I started to like
Big
it.
on the
I
blueberry.
know.
Yeah.
Mm.
What about a
Pancake?
banana nut? What about a banana nut pancake? How we doing there?
Not big on banana.
No?
I'd probably just do chocolate chip.
Like
Mm.
my bananas by himself.
Otherwise, waffle.
Have you ever done the strawberry shortcake pancake gimmick with like the strawberry sauce and stuff? No? Am I the
On
only
a
one?
pancake?
Yeah, you just like whipped cream and strawberries on a pancake. It's quite
That
delicious.
sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, you know, can't go wrong. Okay, nice. And then Pam, back to you. Chevy Chase or Bill Murray?
Ooh, I think Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Only one person to date has said Chevy Chase.
Two.
Two?
Last
Yeah.
week.
And there was one other person I unfortunately do not recall my brother in arms, but
I believe. Well, I know one was Ian Hewitt. And I'm dating us, but he's gonna be airing next week. So Ian Hewitt, the SpaceX guy, right?
it's my guy.
And then last week was Rick was on last
The
week.
cop.
Last week was Jared. No, Jared Quartz
Brian
was
Yeager?
Brian Yeager was last week. Yeah, my jiu-jitsu buddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So nice. All right. Well, you got two. The Chase Assange isn't happening, pal. We're not gonna get a Puff Assange Chase
A
Assange.
broken clock is right twice a day.
Yep. Even a garbage can gets a steak, pal. So, all right, let's keep it moving then, Pam. When it comes to theme parks, are you amusement park or water park?
Amusement park.
Very good. You want to stay dry. You don't like
I'm a
all the
big fan of yours,
germs.
Joe.
Yeah, she's nailing it. And then this is the big question, Pam. When it
Mhm.
comes to eating wing, are you drums or are you flats?
Drums. Oh, sorry.
No, that's the
drums.
right answer. That is drums is the right answer, Pam.
Oh, okay.
Great
If it
job.
wasn't
Pour
for
meat on it.
pancakes, if it wasn't
like
for
it.
pancakes, you and Matt would agree on all accounts.
I mean, I like waffles, but
Sure.
I think because my dad, like on Saturday mornings, would make pancakes and he would always put chocolate chips in it. Kind of like stuck in my heart.
Sure. Nostalgia. It's nostalgia. You
Yeah.
know?
Waffles are a pain in the neck. They're harder to make than
They're
pancakes.
highfalutin.
I mean, a good waffle is tough to crack. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Legit, I've only ever had good waffles at a restaurant. You tried to mute that,
Exactly, yeah.
Justin. But
I
it didn't
know
work.
it slipped out. I tried. I always turned my camera off instead.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. So let's keep it moving then. So, like we said on the show today, we have the beautiful Pamela Primrose. Pamela, right now you are still a florist, or what is your exact title?
I believe it's pronounced.
I'm a floral
floust.
designer. What's that?
It's a floust, right?
I'm a florist. I'm a florist. Yeah, I'm a floral designer. So I kind of work anywhere and everywhere, and mainly am somewhere else. So I do all buying for one particular place. So yeah,
Well,
floral designer.
excellent. Very good.
I usually say floral designer extraordinaire,
Right.
but that sounds a little too full of
Well, that's
You
what
can say
I was gonna say.
extraordinary.
Yeah.
You are pretty extraordinary.
Yeah,
Right.
Matt's a
I'm kidding.
podcast.
I'm
Extraordinary.
We are none of us are podcast extraordinaires. I'll tell you that right now. But all right, nice. So let's keep moving then. So I want to take it back to the beginning, Pam. So once again, thank you for being on the show. But where were you born and where did you grow up?
I was born in Delaware County, Pennsylvania, grew up
Oh.
in Newtown Square, and went to college in Pittsburgh, went to Carnegie Mellon,
Oh,
and then, grew up, and here I am.
and here you are. Very nice.
live-
Well, that's it then. That's our show.
What more do you want from me? I'll tell you anything you want to
Delco,
know.
Pittsburgh, Floust. See you later.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
So, okay, I will say this, Pam, talking to you, I mean, at least from the short time we've been talking for the last 20 minutes or so, you sound very, very well-spoken and you seem very polite. Not what I would expect from someone from Delco,
Well,
and you don't have an accent. You're not
No.
mediocre.
I can do a Delco accent. I did spend a lot of growing up. I remember saying to my parents what trying to spell water, and I'd be like, why isn't it WOODER like water? We would say water, and my mom's like, well, it's a silent D. The T is silent, and so they tried to explain it to me, but then I would watch Action News, and Jim Gardner would say, the water main broke or something. And I'm like, why are they saying it differently? So even as a child, I was irritated by some of the sounds of the words. So I've always been very conscious of my dictation and how I say things.
Right.
But
As you should be.
I do find when I get tired, I slip into Delco a little bit more.
When you
Wow.
toss back a couple cold ones, you got the Delco accent coming out.
Little bit. Yeah, a little
Right,
bit.
sure. Don't we all?
Hoagie, water ice.
Hokies.
use.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Very nice. Okay, cool. So you grew up there. Did you do any kind of sports or any activities as a kid?
I was a cheerleader.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I was a competitive cheerleader, and we went to nationals. We won our regionals. We were really good. I was a climber, so I was the girl on top.
Whoa, you're the one getting
Yeah.
thrown around?
Yeah, at one time we went to cheerleading camp at we were in, gosh, it wasn't Penn State. We went there too, but we were in Lake Forest in the Poconos, and there were like instructors that were like guy cheerleaders,
Yeah.
and they're like, okay, let's pick someone, to go, like everyone pick somebody and to go up in a basket toss, and like that's when the guys hold their hands like this. There's a bunch of them, and they throw you up, and I swear it was the coolest thing because I was tiny, and these guys were huge, and they threw me up in the air, and I swear I watched the level of the trees, like I was above the trees, and my toe touched, and I came down. It was like
Yeah.
high point of my life, literally.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
not really, but like I was so high. It was just so fun, and I
Aw.
loved being a cheerleader. And I think that I do really try to uplift and encourage people still in my life, and I try to connect the right people together and
Yeah.
bring joy when I can.
You do it. You do it good.
Yeah, it comes through in your personality, Pam. You're very bubbly and energetic. It's great. No, I could totally see it. Yeah, totally see. Regional qualifying champion cheerleader for sure. Did you do gymnastics
Cheerleader
also?
Extraordinaire.
I did like back handsprings and stuff like that, but I never got the back tuck or the back layouts. But
Right. I mean, not all of us are perfect. You know what I mean?
not all of us are perfect, and that's
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
You're still an extraordinaire.
It was still extraordinary. Yeah, it's fun.
Nice. Okay, so you're doing cheerleading, everything like that, but so I know for me, right? Like I kind of, once you get to a certain age, like you want to work, because at least for me, is because I was sick of being told no because we don't have the money, which was everything. So I was like, well, God damn it, I just want to get my own money then. So I started working when I was 13. I was a busser and a dishwasher at an Italian restaurant. But you're in the same boat where you started working at the age of 14, and
Yep.
get this, Justin, she was a florist.
You started out as a florist?
Yes.
Is it flowers?
No, it's
I don't think so.
florist.
All right,
No,
so Justin's just a dumbass. All right, I get it now.
Am I though?
Are you though?
Well, a flute player is a flautist.
I know.
Which I played flute at some
Florist,
point in my life.
flaust. A lot of people
Flaust.
pronounce it different. Let's
Right.
call the whole thing off.
Yes. So okay,
Yeah.
so yep, go ahead.
So I wanted a really expensive sweater, and my mom was like, "I'm not buying that for you. That's $80. Like, why would I do that?" And she's like, "I don't have $80 sweaters."
Yeah,
And
go to
so
Marshall's.
I sulked, and on the way home, my mom said, "Well, you can get a job, and if you get a job, I'll split it with you." Like, okay. And so we were trying to figure out where I could work, and fast food was out because I had really nice skin, and my mom didn't want that to change. Neither did I. So she's like, "Well, how about the flower shop up the street?" So we popped in, gave her my name and number. A couple weeks later, she called me and was writing on Valentine's Day, and that's when I started. So I started like just cleaning up and processing flowers, and they made me use a vacuum, and I had not ever used a vacuum before. And there's some, it was one of those canisters,
With
Oh.
and I was holding the business end like this, and I was pressing the buttons, and all of a sudden it started to suck my hair.
Oh, it was like a shop vac.
It was like it was like something Lux, whatever it was. It was like a very expensive
Yeah.
one, but I had no idea. It had like flick, like little nozzles, not buttons. I had no idea how to use it. And I'm like, don't tell my mom I'm vacuuming because she'll make me do it at home. But then like one of the first things I ever worked on was these large topiaries just filled with floral for a wedding. And I was maybe like 2 to 4 months into working there and just learning like basic mechanics and how to build things for other people to design in. And I remember like turning to my boss because her and her sister were sitting there eating. And her sister's like, "Looks like she's not doing your base mechanics anymore. You got a new designer." So so it was basically designing since I was 14. Yeah. And I loved it.
So you kind of like, we'll just say you were a natural, right? For all of those other people out there, not me and not Justin, but a topiary.
Oh, it's basically a pot on the bottom, a stick or a trunk of sorts, and then a shape at the top. This shape happened to be round. Sometimes you'll see topiaries in gardens that are like shaped in conicals or spirals. But this was a floral topiary and it was round at the top. And it was probably about like 2 feet wide at the top. So it was pretty big.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was taller than me at the time.
Wow.
So, yeah, I had to use a step stool to get to the top. So I'm a little short, always was.
It's all right. It's probably why you were such a good flyer in cheerleading, right?
Yes, that's exactly correct. I was the smallest one, so they threw me up in the air.
James, do you deal with a lot of topiaries?
No.
No.
We just do like floral arrangements and stuff.
Yeah.
We don't do any like gardening stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. No, this was a floral arrangement, but it was just it also was like back in the 80s. So this is a style that's not in style anymore.
Right.
Or is it baby's breath?
Yeah.
No, actually it was roses. It was pretty. It was pretty.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was that kind of nice.
It went well with the big hair and the shoulder pads and all that stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the big bangs, of course.
Yeah. The flock of seagulls look, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Nailed it. So nice. So okay, so you're 14, you're kicking ass as a florist, but you're still in school, right? And you're cheerleading, and obviously that's taking up a lot of your time because, like you said, you guys were regional champions, no big deal. And then so like you're doing all that, then you would eventually go to college, right? Like you said, Carnegie Mellon.
Went to Carnegie Mellon for product design, yes. And so I did product design and some engineering classes, and it was a lot. I learned a lot about mechanics, which actually I still use today.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So, and then did you have a job while you were in college?
I worked at a flower shop when I was in college. I also was a TA. I was a psychology TA. I was an RA, and I worked at a flower shop. Often like just really around the holidays when they needed help. But for the most, yeah. So I was a very industrious person with a lot of energy.
Yeah, you were busy. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know how you do it. So, okay. So you're working at that flower shop. Everything's going good. You eventually would graduate from Carnegie Mellon, correct?
Mm-hmm. And then I would work in industrial design. And I did that. So product design and product design.
What, hold on. So what was your major in college? Was it product design?
It's called industrial design, but it's also known as product design. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then, so you were able to get a job in that field after college?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. That's pretty lucky.
I had a few jobs in that field.
Nice. So, like I said, again, for all the dipshits out there that don't know, but what kind of work you doing with industrial design?
Well, the first job I had, I worked at the Franklin Mint, and I was an artist on the table. So I would get to design things. And I remember hearing one time, I don't know if it was like on a TV show, but it was like, dress the part you want. And I didn't want to just be an artist on the table because I wanted to be in management. So I always looked really good and I dressed nice. And within like 3 or 4 months, they had me as an assistant to one of the managers or one of the art directors. I was assistant to the art director for weapons. So I know it was so fun. I got to help design and art direct things like sabers and guns and Hagen knives, and it was like, and I got to sit in on meetings with the owner, who is Linda Resnick. She owns she used to own FTD and I want to say the Palm Wonderful Company and Franklin Mint. So we would get like, discounts on stuff if we wanted it. But going into meetings with all of the art directors and getting everything ready for presentations and stuff like that. And she was a tough cookie. And
wow.
What guns are the Mint making and like sabers and stuff? Are they making?
They would make like replicas of like a Remington or like big long rifles. Like I know like John Wayne was ones? They had a lot of things that were like John Wayne-esque, and they would have like
a repeater, right?
Yeah, or what? I don't remember all of them. There were so many. I mean, I used to be very well versed on old timey guns, but
would they make like the military like the decorative sabers?
Oh yeah, and they made one.
Wow!
Which one did they make? They made one, and I actually got it for my nephew because he was like so into King Arthur, but they made the
Excalibur.
Like
Excalibur, yeah. And it was like, so I was on that job doing like the art directing for like the handle and the gem and the bobesh that the gem sat in and like all this other stuff, and then the artwork on the blade itself. It was actually really cool. It was
That
a really
is
neat
cool.
experience.
Don't mints just make money? I'm so
No,
confused
So
with
the
that.
Franklin Mint.
like a regular mint, like the national mint, like the mints, like in DC and Philadelphia and all over, they make real coins for us to use as currency. But the Franklin Mint made like collectible coins. So, and I got to I had friends all over, and so I would go upstairs into sculpting, and I would hang out with friends up there, and they would be sculpting. Oh, actually, I worked on a couple coins before I became an assistant to the art director. I have those. Like I have stuff that I had saved from that, but I remember working on like a Mickey Mouse coin. It was like one of their like a certain anniversary or something, and I mean you did all the artwork for it. It was really interesting.
Would they
Wow.
would they
Yeah,
be
it was
legal
really
tender? Would they
No,
be?
it's not. Collectible things are really not worth anything.
Well, yeah,
Real.
you'd see like that, you'd see those infomercials later, like the special edition Silver Eagle dollars or
Yeah. Those I think have real monetary value, but the things in the Franklin Mint was basically collectibles. They made dolls. They made.
Where is the Franklin Mint?
It's gone. It's defunct now. But
Where was
it used to be in Media, Pennsylvania.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
it's not because the Franklin Mint. What's the name of the one in Philadelphia? Isn't that called the?
It's just the
It's just the
I think it's
Philadelphia
the Philadelphia Mint. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think when we were kids, I think we toured. There was a field trip to the
same.
Franklin Mint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. It's
So-
like he did like Old City and like that. Yeah. I remember that. The Liberty Bell.
No. I'm talking about the place you used to work in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, they did
of
tours.
that? Yeah, when I was in
Yeah,
elementary
and
school, we went to the actual Franklin Mint, not the one that was in
Yeah,
Center City.
yeah, it was cool. They had a museum that was a big round shape. They bought when I was there, they had purchased Jackie O's pearls, and I got to see them. I got to hold them.
Jackie
during
O's pearls.
Jackie O's pearls. And they did replicas of her pearls for people to have. And then they also had bought Princess Diana's pearl dress. I don't know if you want to Google Princess Diana pearl dress. It was a dress that was like just covered in pearls, and that thing was so heavy. And I got to see it in person and be right there with it. It was neat. And the weird thing was they bought it before she passed away. And then while it was en route and after it had basically just gotten to us in August, the year that she died. And then she died a couple weeks later. And so that dress that went up in value, they sold so many of those dolls, and it was crazy. But I did get to see that dress. So it was kind of neat. And they had just so many really cool people working there. They're so smart, so like knowledgeable about art and antiquities. And it was just really neat. It was just a cool place to work.
Yeah, that must have been a really great experience, especially right out of college.
Yeah.
You kind of lucked out there.
Yeah, and I got to really use a lot of my manufacturing knowledge, during that as well, saying like we can, clamshell mold this, we can sand cast this. There's different types of manufacturing techniques to do. So when somebody wasn't sure how we would do something, I was able to say, we could do this better that way. And that was predating 3D modeling. Well, it was like 3D modeling was on the cusp of just being, because in college, I got to do a little bit of 3D modeling my senior year because it just come out. Now it's like there are people's local libraries. So
yeah, but it was like in the really rudimentary stages when you were in college, right?
Yeah, very rudimentary.
Okay, Justin, what were you going to say?
I was going to say the concept of not only designing it, but then also figuring out how to mass produce it. Like,
correct. Yeah,
you're like, all right, here's the design, and then now here's how we're going to make 10,000 of them.
Right.
Okay. Oh, wow. So yeah, you would have to make the design, then the mold, and then like put it together in the machine retrieve.
Correct.
And like, wow, that's fascinating. Did you work in any of that of like the production side of it as well?
No, I did basically mostly assisting the art director and getting, communicating and helping with the adjustment of designs and so forth, presenting to Linda the the owner. It's funny. There was this saying she would say, and she like you'd have to embellish the edges with some sort of metallic color, like gold or silver, and
Right.
it was always like she would say, when in doubt, make it gold. And like, sometimes when people are wondering, like, should I do silver or should I do gold? I'm like, make it gold. Gold seems. Linda's, that little saying stays
Gold
in my
always
head.
works. That's the
Yeah.
truth. Oh yeah.
But she was a very difficult person to present to, and I know that all of the art directors would be shaking in their boots. And but boy, she knew what she was talking about. She knew exactly what she wanted to see, and I loved watching her as a bulldog of a boss. She's like this firecracker that
it's empowering, right?
Yeah, it was like, were we scared of her a little bit? Yeah, we were a little scared of her.
Right. You were scared of disappointing her more than anything, though.
Correct.
Right?
And thankfully
That's
the woman that
leadership.
the woman that I worked with, she trusted me implicitly. I did most of the work, but she was one of the favorites too. So whenever we would walk in, she'd be like, "Oh, hello, ladies," and we're like, "Oh, like, we had a little bit of a leg up there," but it was really good. But it was nice because you work on such a fast pace, and having to work for a very demanding person makes you really think about every little detail to make it perfect so that there is no disappointing something.
Nice.
So that I learned right off the bat. Yeah.
Nice. Awesome.
Neat. Yeah.
That's very cool. That's honestly, I love that. That's one of the things I love about this show. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. We had no idea, like, we had seen all that stuff millions of times, like all of us, and no idea like how the process of that happened. Now they get like an insight of that. That's the kind of thing I love about this show.
It was great.
Nice.
It was really great.
So, okay. Let's keep moving. It is now time for everybody's favorite segment. It's time for Jdub's questions, asking some questions. Jdub's questions, a new favorite segment. Jdub's questions segment. Pam, Justin here is going to ask some questions, and feel free to answer.
Okay.
All right, Justin, take it away.
What's your most watched movie?
Ooh, great question.
So I would say my most watched movie, I'm almost embarrassed to say, but it's a great movie. It's Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga.
You love that?
It's so like innocent and adorable, and
You
it
like
makes you feel
musicals?
good. The music is great.
It is like I mean, it's as me, not you. It's a silly, dumb movie.
Silly.
But it does have a couple parts that like it'll get you. It'll get you. Watching hungover on a Sunday, it'll get you.
I remember watching it. I was alone and I was just like chilling out, laying on the couch, and the scene when they're at their first rehearsal. No, the scene when they're on the first competition with the hamster wheel. Do you remember it?
Once.
Oh.
Wait. Is this
I
like
was
a
laughing out loud. It was.
Is this like a Will Ferrell movie?
Yes,
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
I'll have
What's
to
it
check
called?
it out.
Eurovision.
Eurovision.
It's a real contest. It's
Yeah,
a real.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
I've never heard of this.
It's called
great.
Eurovision Song Contest, then the story of Fire Saga.
That's the whole title.
Yeah.
And this is on Netflix?
Yes,
It's on
please
the
watch
flicks.
it.
I'm going to watch it tonight.
It's got Amy Adams. Not Amy Adams. What's
Rachel McAdams.
Yeah.
And I love her. And
Rachel McAdams and Will Ferrell.
And Will Ferrell does all the singing in that movie. And there's like a part where they all come together for a party, and a lot like the people that are in the song along when they sing are actually real Eurovision actual winners.
Contest. Yeah, cool.
So it's kind of cool. I just love that. I watch it.
Yeah.
Like chicken soup for the soul.
Yeah.
If you got to start your own hate group, what would you pick?
My own what?
Hate group.
My own hate group?
Mhm.
Like hating one particular person?
Like I hate people who don't put their shopping carts back in the corral, or like hating people who
I would
have bumper stickers.
Hating people that drive slow in the left-hand lane.
Oh, yeah.
That's great
Definitely.
hate. That is great hate.
Yeah.
Great
I am.
I would join that group.
Same.
I'm a pretty nice person, but you get in front of me in the left-hand lane and I am flicking my high beams at you, and I'm like,
I just started the high beams thing
Justifiably
recently.
Yeah, most people don't even understand it. They're stupid. They're stupid. Sorry.
Yeah,
if
I mean,
you're
they're
out there
so
driving in the left-hand lane, get the hell out of it and move over middle or the right. You're going to go the speed limit or less.
It's called the passing lane. If you're not passing, get the
passing lane.
Yeah, come on.
We're doing a new poll. They're going to put a new person on the $20 bill. We're putting it up to you. Who do you want on it?
Wow. Kanye West, right, guys?
Paul Tagliabue, former NFL commissioner.
Ooh, Pam on the $20 bill.
I'm
I would
kidding.
say
you put yourself on there. Put whoever you want on there.
You'd be more of a $100
bold move. I like
bill,
it.
Pam. You're a $100
thanks.
bill.
I don't know. 100.
People got beef with Andrew Jackson.
He's
Who
on
do
the
you
20, correct?
I don't know. It's usually somebody who's political, and I don't
It's
know.
into you.
And it
You
was
can put whoever
worthy.
you want.
I'll tell you.
Mhm.
I'll tell you who's not going on there, Justin. Do you know who's not going on there? Woody fucking Allen. Tell you that right now.
Oh yeah.
Woody
Yeah, they're
Allen
not
is not
fun.
going on there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who I'd put on the $20 bill.
Pick anyone.
Yeah.
Maybe
Ted Danson.
like Lionel Richie.
There you go. That's a
Wonder.
great one. Yeah.
We're like really just like people who are like entertainment national treasures, you know.
For all Stevie knows, he's already on the $20 bill.
He said Lionel Richie. Yeah, everyone's been tough. Stevie, you're on all the money.
Yeah.
Robot eye, like one eye, or robot legs.
Robot legs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially if you're doing tertiaries, you can just raise up.
I could like Inspector Gadget go up higher. I wouldn't have to be on any ladders anymore.
Yeah.
That would be good for you, Pam.
My feet wouldn't hurt. My knees wouldn't hurt. Robotic legs all the way.
Oh my God.
All the way.
Okay, so it was between one eye and two legs.
What are you gonna do with the eye? What do you get? Like,
why do you get one?
You could have, well, because like you don't have to have two fake eyes if you don't want to. So that way you can always have like an interpretation of like real life with a real eyeball. Sure. But your robot eye, night vision, infrared.
I would love.
X-ray.
Would you be able to stream with the robot eye? I.e., like say I'm looking at normal stuff with this one, but this one maybe I want to watch Netflix or something. Like, come on.
Robot eye's dope.
Yeah. I mean, now you add more to it, but still, it's not legs. It's not
legs. You believe in simulation theory? The likelihood is that like if we live in a simulation that
like we're in the Matrix,
more likely that we're in a simulation than not in a simulation, because only one generation would then go through real life, and all other generations after that would be in a simulation. So statistically and mathematically, it's more likely that we are than aren't. You like fall into that or no?
Justin, what the fuck?
No, this is real life.
Dude?
Because in no simulation would I have the backaches that I have. Like, why would they do that? If it's a simulation, why not make it better?
Where are all the backaches from?
Yeah, from working as a florist. It's hard work. People don't know how hard it is.
Whoa, guy. Whoa.
Physically painful.
We're pro florist on this show. All right, florist all the way.
It's hard work.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Pam, do you have any questions for me?
What do you do
for a living?
Dipshit.
Yeah,
I deal with medical equipment and old people.
Right.
Oh, really? Do you design medical equipment?
No. I bring it to them.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so, but yeah.
Do you get to talk to the older people?
Oh, I sure do. I'm one of the most personable people you ever meet.
Oh, that's nice. Old people have a lot to offer.
Some of them love me and some of them are awful.
Yeah, life is tough. And when you get to the point where you're so old, like my grandmother, when she was like 96, she died at like 103, 102.
I had a 103 the other day.
Yeah, and she was like, I prayed every night for the good Lord to take me in my sleep.
Oh no, this lady was
done. and then I met another lady one day. I was at a doing something at an old person's home. I can't remember the name of it. And she came in. She's like she like literally said. She said the word "bing" and she was like so zingy. She's like, "Tonight I'm gonna do that." And like, I won't be her when I grow up.
How old was she?
She's 96.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like two different ends of the spectrum.
Those 90-year-olds are wild.
It's like you said, like half of them are like, kill me. Yes. And the other half are like, every day's a blessing. Like, get the hell out of here.
It's funny how so I can understand. I mean, like, not everybody's a nice person and in their 30s, so they're not always going to be nice when they're older too. So
if you're not chipper at 36, you're not going to be a chipper 92-year-old.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. So
Nope.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
All right.
you're the wall.
Well, let's keep it moving. We're going to our new segment. It's Jamie, what are we gonna call this segment?
Oh, we never thought of a name.
Kerfuffle.
What about Jamie's jam session? I like that. No, we don't like that. Okay, let's keep moving.
It's called Jdub's Questions Part 2.
Jam Dub's question.
yeah, I like it.
All right, it's time for Jam Dub's questions. Jam Dub's questions. Jam Dub's questions. Another new segment.
You gotta steal a different campaign slogan.
What are you talking about?
We
Justin?
could do
What do you mean steal? I made that jingle up. That was all me.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
There's no, we are totally
Shame on me.
monetized on this show. What are you son of a bitch? I couldn't come up with a jingle. But yeah, now it's time for everybody's really new favorite segment. It's Jam Dub's questions. Jamie here is gonna ask some questions, Pam, and you can give us some answers. It's gonna be great. Jam Dub, take it away.
So, Pam, have you ever had sex at work?
No,
Now, what?
not working for someone else.
Well, good.
You've had sex.
No.
Wait. You've had sex at somebody else's work?
Well, you have sex at.
Well, I owned my own shop.
Ah,
It's
Yeah,
not like
technicality.
That's work.
yeah.
and I lived above my shop.
Yeah,
Sure.
still counts.
Sure.
So,
Sometimes
In
you
your
want to go
workplace.
upstairs. Yeah.
you know,
You got busy at a place of work. I would say if you got busy at like would you consider getting busy at like a company, holiday party? Would that be getting busy at work?
no.
You wouldn't
absolutely
consider
Well,
that?
no, you're not getting paid at the moment.
And
No.
it doesn't fall under work hours. Okay, so this has to be at work hours.
Is this a work? Yeah, work hours? No. I'm too busy. I'm too
Right.
busy.
Sure. You're too busy
Like
to get
last thing
busy.
I'm thinking about is fooling around.
Right.
making
Sure.
topiaries, getting.
Yeah,
fucked.
topiaries doesn't do it for you? Doesn't get you ready in the mood?
So my line was, ever make out in a flower shop?
That's your pickup line?
It was. I mean, like if he's in the room with me,
It sounds lovely.
it was my
Yeah.
place. My place. Off the clock.
Would you ask a lot of customers that? Or
No, only if somebody I'm stealing.
Oh.
That'll make you
Typical.
tips.
Yeah, you'll definitely be getting paid.
I was a wedding florist, so most of the customers that came in were getting married. So that was not a question I would ask anybody.
Sure,
or-
makes sense. Yep,
Yeah,
you're not trying to
yeah.
break up any, Yep.
No, absolutely not.
It's bad for business,
No,
You don't want to. You don't want to tear apart the wedding you're about to sell.
Yeah,
flowers.
I wouldn't make money like that. Are you kidding me? Bottom
Nice.
line, not good for business.
No way. Nice. Great first question, James. What do you got?
So where's the weirdest place you've ever had sex?
Ooh.
Oh, say it like the old '70s shows would do it. Where's
How?
the weirdest place you ever made whoopee?
I will never call it whoopee.
That's what Richard Dawson had to call it.
Making whoopee.
Where'd
you make
whoopee?
What, James? Can you think of one though? What is something like instead of calling it sex? Can you think of something else, like a different one?
Hanky panky.
Knocking boots,
Yeah.
bumping uglies,
Wait,
stretching elbows,
I guess I don't really call it weird things.
Bringing the cat to slaughter.
Getting busy.
getting busy. Yeah, all right, that
That's a
works.
boring one.
It works.
Where's the weirdest place you've ever gotten busy?
Probably in the parking lot of my rock climbing gym.
Ooh. In the back seat or the front seat? Or not in a car?
In the back seat,
Was it pre or post workout?
Was it a 2-door or a 4-door?
a 4-door.
We have so many questions.
It was just a
bombarding
4-door.
her.
And it
And
was
it was-
after.
What color was the model of the car?
Yeah, that was probably the weirdest place. I mean, I'd have to
So
really
rock
think
climbing
about it.
does it for you.
Yeah, I used to rock climb. It was a lot of fun.
Rock climbing and topiaries. That's the way to your heart, Man. So wait. Okay. We don't have to go into the details. But so my move was, I'll tell you this. I used to have a 2-door Chevy Cavalier. Shout out, fan of the show, listener to the show. And what I used to have to do is that this was the move, right? Because I had sex in that car a bunch, And so the move is that you put both seats all the way back, right? Like far back as you can go. Then you take the receiver, we'll say, and the receiver will straddle the center console facing the back seat, like putting themselves in the middle of the two
Oh,
chairs, right?
okay, I see.
and then the giver would just slide in behind them and watch out for the shifter. And there you go.
Oh,
Smart.
that
You never
sounds-
got like seatbelts in the knees?
No, the
Like
seatbelts
wrap
are
around your
already.
hands.
No, like the buckle in the seat,
Ah.
and you kneel. Oh my god! that's the
Maybe
worst.
the receiver did, but the giver did not.
Me.
Oh.
I had a Dodge Durango. I didn't have any of those issues.
No, must be you. You could have put in 5 mattresses in the back of there.
I would leap back there.
You're like, I'm gonna bungee into the back seat, man. You kidding me? Nice. James, what about you? Any car stuff?
Oh yeah, but like I don't know if I've just changed as the person, but I hate car sex now.
Yeah, I would.
So
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
You're an adult.
I don't know how I ever did it. I had a boyfriend that like we both lived with our parents, so like it was always in the car,
Yeah.
and I just did it, and I
When you're in high school and stuff, like, like you would just go anywhere and be like, let's fool around in the car. Blah,
You
may
you
do.
know, it's all you
Yeah.
could do, you know, except for my mom. She didn't care.
I'm
She
now
let us like have
yeah.
girls sleep over and stuff. when
I've
we were,
become
like,
such an adult now. It doesn't even like happen in the living room. I'm like, can we go upstairs?
yeah, I was like, I don't want to do it. Like, I like this couch. Can we do it come on, let's keep it all in one area. We're not adventurous anymore here. Come on, and I want to be comfortable afterwards. And I need something. I need somewhere to cry where no one can see me. It's
Yeah.
just a whole
I'm
thing.
not 15. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Jam, great questions thus far. Keep it going.
have you ever pegged anybody?
What is it?
Pegged anybody?
Pipe?
I got pegged, like fucked the guy in the ass.
Oh no, I have
You gotta try it.
So how do you do that?
You put on a strap on and you gotta ease it in. Because if you don't, it'll hurt. You can't just jam it in. So
Not done that.
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, it's my like
Man would
favorite thing to
allow
do.
that to happen.
Whoa,
What's your favorite
let's
thing to
see.
do? We have a whole. Hold on. I'm
Let's-
sorry.
yes,
Ken, to
let-
interrupt your
yes,
segment.
We on Pam.
We're all
I'll
learning this with you, Pam.
Pam, I'll let you know. First time we're hearing this. Just an FYI. Okay.
It doesn't
So-
surprise me coming from Jamie. But no, I
Right.
have not.
Jamie, I thought I
Don't
loved
knock it till you try it.
Jamie. I thought I
no
loved
one's
you
knocking
before.
We all just have questions.
I didn't
Right.
even know what it was called.
So,
I-
James, let's just. Can I just egg out a couple details here? Iron out a couple details. So, you're a woman. You throw on a strap on, which for those that don't know is a fake dick, and then you lube it all up,
Yep,
right?
you gotta lube it up real good.
Lube it up real good. And how big of a strap we talking here? Like, this a pretty big, hefty guy, or
We're talking a smart water bottle.
Well,
Or
depends
certain water
on
bottle.
personal preference, really.
Personal
When I
preference.
did it was probably like slightly smaller than average, like regular penis.
He wasn't a
Justin.
size queen.
Okay, so it was a Justin. All right, and a
No, I
Justin-
think that's as a man who's slightly shorter than average height, it would probably be a Matthew. As a man who's slightly above average
you
height,
said slightly smaller, not a lot smaller, right?
not a lot.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's
Just a
what I'm
little
saying.
bit.
So it
Slightly.
wouldn't, yeah, it wouldn't be
Yeah,
me.
nothing to be
mean,
ashamed of.
No, what? I'm
Yeah.
5'11", guys. Come on. you know?
I mean, for like beginners, you want to go small.
I have the most
Right.
important question that I need to be answered right now. Is it missionary style or doggy style?
doggy style.
Oh! So you?
I mean, you could probably do anything you wanted, but
I mean, you
for-
can. I was just wondering.
James, James.
You ever been missionary? You ever?
James, you're prison raping a guy, basically.
It's not prison.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted it.
Consensual.
So it was
He
consent- prison
asked for
consent.
it.
Yeah,
Actually,
she
it's really
doesn't
funny.
put on- you can't put on a strap on and it not be consensual. She's like, hey, what are you doing over there? He's like,
Come
hold
over
on
here."
one second. I'm putting on this tool belt.
Yeah.
I think he knows what's going to happen.
But the story's
Surprises
actually,
here.
the story's actually really funny because it was
And-
like, what?
Did you have it or did he have it?
He had it. That's what's
That
funny.
makes the most sense. Yeah.
Yeah, he had
It was his.
So you,
It was his.
you weren't the first one that pegged
Yeah,
him.
you're not just showing up to dudes' houses with that on you.
No, so I was like a guy I knew from high school, and I hadn't talked to him in like 5 or more years. And then he hit me up randomly. He's like, "Oh, so my girlfriend just broke up with me, but I just bought this new strap on. Like, do you mind coming over and fucking me up the ass?"
And that's
Sure.
the first dialogue you had in a long time.
Mm-hmm. In like 5 or more years. I know.
right.
He just hit me up. He just hit me up randomly the other day and asked me if I wanted to buy like admission to a sex club from him. And I'm like, what? He's like on meth or something. I don't know.
Yeesh. Damn,
Yeah.
James.
Maybe
I mean,
his number.
Yeah, I gotta
James.
save in case he texts me
Okay.
so I can ignore it.
James, real
It's good
quick,
content.
James. But I want you to tell your story. But before we do, did he ask you back to do it again?
Yeah, like, well, actually, see, the thing is, he was like, okay, come over and do this to me. I have some Molly. So I'm like, oh, cool. I'll go over and do some Molly. Well, it was meth, and he knew it was meth.
Oh.
So, I didn't talk to him for a really long time after that because I was like awake for 3 days, all paranoid, like making a plan to run away from these people that are giving me meth. So he's just like a really big scumbag.
Yeah, that's really shitty.
Yeah. Big
I mean,
Yeah.
look, for a guy who wants his ass blown out by you, he
Also-
really acted out of.
Also, like, you blew his ass out on meth.
I know.
No,
I know.
you must have destroyed this guy.
Oh
Like-
yeah, we had to stop because I was going too hard. But it was fun while it lasted.
I mean,
Pam,
but
Pam, I did
James-
not know this is where your episode was going. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I mean, look, a meth guy getting his back blown out. I didn't see it coming. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought Floust was gonna be the funniest thing that came up today.
Not even close. But okay.
Podcast, they said it'll be fun.
It'll be
Yeah.
fun. Come on the podcast. We'll support
It's
your
friendly.
business.
Yeah, it's friendly for all.
That's probably
Have
my
your
favorite
customers.
sex story to tell.
All right. Well, James, we've procrastinated enough. James, please, can you please
What about what?
tell us the story of the pegging?
Oh yes, okay. So he gave me meth and told me it was Molly, and then
And then you
I
were all
was-
amped up.
yeah, I was amped up. I was like running around his house. Like it was so empowering. It felt like what it feels like to be a man. And I just like, but like I said,
Do you now get it why guys like it so much?
yeah,
You totally get it, right?
I've this whole time. This was back in like 2015. I'm still on the hunt for a guy that will let me peg him. Like, I want to do it so bad. It was so
Chasing
much
the-
fun.
Chasing the dragon, not of meth. Of
No, fuck the meth.
Have you pegged another guy since?
No.
She's on a mission. You can send your
Sucks.
email to Working Perspective Podcast.
I mean,
People-
anyone listening, Jamie, we'll put your Instagram in the description of this episode. Anyone listening that wants Jamie to blow their ass the hell out, DM her.
Yeah, I'll try to go slow and ease it in.
But you can't. You
Just
can't.
don't give me meth. And then
Wow. Wow.
But yeah, so I had the one guy. Remember the guy I was telling you about with like my friend who?
Yeah, the one that taped you and did all that stuff.
Yeah. So he begged me for like years to peg him, but at that point I wasn't hooking up with him. I didn't want to, so I kind of gave up that chance, regrettably, because I
Jane,
wish I could.
I'll tell you, your taste in men is just flawless. You know.
Yes, I have really good taste in men.
Definitely.
I know how to pick them.
All right. Sorry, we got weird there with that one. James, let's move on to the next question because I'm probably gonna have to dice that one up a little bit. But okay, go ahead.
Oh shit, I forgot I was asking questions. Hold on. What is something you wish you and your partner could try in bed?
Are you asking me?
Yes. Is it pegging now?
Oh God, no! I wouldn't think to do that. You little spanking.
Oh, I like that.
all
Little
Spank.
You spank.
Brother.
You spank him or him spank you?
Maybe both.
Maybe
Ooh.
both. Yeah, spanks for
Oh.
everybody. Why not?
Tie each other up and stuff. Get some
Meanwhile, he's
whips.
like on the other side of the room going, oh.
Hey Shannon.
Yeah, now that you mention it.
Oh, sounds good. Oh,
He's going out to get the strap on right now.
Man, oh man. All right. Okay, James, keep going. This segment legit is the best segment we've ever done. Keep going.
What's the kinkiest thing you've ever done?
I waxed someone's rear end once.
Oh, for like sexual pleasure?
No, to just to clean it up and make it.
Make it edible.
Ooh, really? Is that
I
what
mean,
it was
I
for?
thought it was a little kinky.
I've heard that the I've heard the
dude.
beehole waxing isn't that bad. That it's for both
It's not.
sexes.
I've had bikini waxes where it's like the whole thing, and that's the least painful part.
That's what I've it's the front mound for both genders that is the most brutal.
Yeah,
Right
my
up- right-
my esthetician would laugh at me because I was so dramatic about it. Like,
I want to
Wait.
get the old backdoor waxed. I hear it would probably cut down on wiping time by like 30-40%.
that and
And
a bidet. Bidets are great too.
I want a
bidet.
bidet.
I have one. It's incredible.
Oh, really?
Hairy
I'm
animal.
a wipes guy too. You gotta go wipes.
He
I
has to
think
be.
Pam's the one that convinced me I wanted a bidet, actually.
I've convinced so many people to get a bidet.
I installed it.
Like, I love it. It's great.
My wife's European, so it's just a thing, you know.
It's just
Yeah.
cleaner.
It's duh.
Much more sophisticated.
Right. You know. So yeah.
I was once asked, I didn't go, but I was once asked if I wanted to go to a tickle party.
Ooh.
What's that?
Yes.
That sounds
bride-
fun.
I
What's
had
a
a bride
tickle
and
party?
groom that came to me, and they were a nice couple. Like, you know,
You said a bride and groom?
yes, they were.
Oh.
They were spreading me, and I was asking them to describe their wedding, and they said, like romantic, gothic, Jewish, something else. And it was like,
Everything you'd
and I was
want
like,
in a
interesting.
wedding.
And then I'm asking them, I'm like, how did you guys meet? Because like at the time I was on Match, and they're like, we met online. I'm like, oh really? What dating site? And I'm just like bright-eyed and innocent, thinking like, oh, maybe love will find me someday. And
That
they're like,
life.
and they looked at each other and they're like, probably like, oh, this again. They're like, we met on the SMBD site. And I go, yes. I'm like, single male. And I'm like, and I didn't even know what SMBD could be because I'm thinking of it in like dating app sense.
Yeah.
And then they're like, sadomasochist, bondage, and domination. And I go, oh. And I'm like, you like feathers? Because we're talking about her bouquet. And so like I put like big ostrich plumes in her bouquet. And they were like, you know, like, and I was like, I'll put this in there. And they were like, oh my gosh, we love you. Like, because I didn't judge them at all. And so they were on like a kind of a payment plan. I think they did that so they could like pop in every now and then.
Right.
And they came in once and they're like, do you want to go to a tickle party, Memphis? And I was like, oh, a tickle party. I'm like, I mean, it sounds fun. I'm like,
It doesn't sound bad.
I'm working that night. I'm like, I said, you know, I think maybe I won't, but thank you for the invite.
Oh.
And I've always wondered, like, what is it? What do they? I mean, I think I know what they do at a tickle party, but I'm always like, if I had gone, that probably would have been the kinkiest thing I had ever done. But I did not go, and I wonder, like, if they were more attractive, would I have said yes?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Attractive people will get people to do anything.
Yeah.
Do you
He walks in
regret
as
saying
like-
no?
Pardon?
Do you regret saying no?
No, I do not regret saying no.
Right.
Yeah, but if it was Brad Pitt, he was like, you want to go to tickle party? Even I'd be like, yeah, I think I do.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
Lenny Kravitz, yeah, totally, it would be there in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Like,
Tickle me with those
Party.
dreads ears, Lenny.
Oh, like,
Yeah.
yeah, that would have been the kinkiest. But I forget your question. I totally answered the question I wanted to answer.
I think you did answer the
That was
question.
the
What
question.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. What else you got, James?
I think I'm out of questions.
All right. Wrap it up with, do you have any questions for me?
Do you have any questions for me, Pam?
Gosh, I didn't come prepared to ask you.
Yeah,
any
why does
To be
he
the
always yells
interviewer?
at me that it's rude that I ask the guests as my last question? Do you have any questions for me? He's always like, you don't have to answer that. He's over there. And now we're like, hey, do you have any questions for me? It's fun. And well, it is much more interesting now that we found out that Jamie's getting high on meth and pegging dudes. So like,
Right,
of course,
right.
you should have questions for her.
And we know
Right.
she would do it again.
And again,
I
I
would love
preference
to do
that.
it again.
She's
Usually
like-
the pegging, not the meth.
She's
No, not the
Yeah,
meth.
I
Fuck the
preference
meth.
that by
Yeah.
anti-meth.
Yeah, I don't know how people actually do meth for fun voluntarily.
I wonder, would testosterone pills give you the same like manliness feeling that meth did?
I don't think anything will give you the feeling meth does.
No, it'll definitely make me feel manly though
Yeah.
at some point. I think just having a dick on makes me feel manly. Like that's what did it.
I'm a fan of it. I
Will
don't
you
know
bring
about
your
you,
strap
Justin.
on next time we work so we can watch swing around?
It wasn't mine. I think I gotta get one. That's what will like increase my chances of being able
Yeah.
to do it. To
You just got to
somebody.
pull it out the next time you're with the guy.
Yeah,
Be
that's
like,
the
look,
thing.
You might like what we're doing now, but wait till you try this, bub.
You're gonna have to find a dude who already has one.
Yeah.
I know.
Versus, like, if you show up with one, you could probably trick a lot more dudes.
Oh,
into,
you
like,
can talk a dude into anything.
Well, can we have
Yeah.
sex after? And you're like, yeah, I fuck you, then you fuck
Yeah.
me. And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Then
do it.
then
You
that
could definitely bang a couple dopey dudes.
dude, but honestly, you would have to say it like that, Jamie, because that's how he would justify it to his friends.
Yeah,
Because he could be like, dude, I got to fuck her after she fucked me. Dude, bro, it was great, dude.
Yeah, it's
Honestly,
2023.
dude, bro, it was awesome,
Quality.
man. Dude, it's totally, I'm a badass, bro. Yeah.
Hole for
Come on,
hole.
let's buy crypto. You know,
That's gonna be my new pickup line. I fuck you, you fuck me.
50-50. We just split it right down the middle.
Yeah.
Butthole
Right.
for butthole.
You
Since
bend over-
2023, it's
Yeah.
equality now.
Yeah. Hey, equal rights.
Gender equality.
Damn right, Jam. Damn right.
Yeah.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
that was James. What do you think about? I mean, let's throw this out as a consensus. I was thinking this too as a Jamie segment question, right? If we're doing this, do we want to ask people when and how they lost their virginity, or no?
Oh yeah. I gotta write down notes because I can't think of this stuff on the spot.
Okay.
I already had questions, but I'll write these down. I gotta think of them during the week.
All right. Yeah. Well, hopefully I remember to send you this. But yeah.
Well,
okay.
I'll write it down. All
All right.
I
We're
have
already
1,000
past.
pegging questions.
We already passed it though. So Pam, you don't have to answer that question.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, Jamie,
Yeah.
feel free.
I kind of want to know. I kind of want to know.
Leave Pam alone.
When did you lose your virginity, Pam?
If you're
I
comfortable.
was in my teenage years,
Okay.
and it was just with the guy I was dating, and that was that.
Was it to the VHS of Men in Black? Because that's how I lost mine.
No, but you know what was really weird? It was down near the Chesapeake Bay,
In Maryland?
and yeah, and I think that's where they were like test piloting the what are those really silent planes, the stealth bombers?
Oh, yeah.
Because there was
yeah.
some weird stuff going on in the sky. We were like, this is not right. I should not be doing this. I'm totally freaking out.
Yeah.
It's weird.
You're like, I got lost.
I
my
remember that
virginity
more
and-
than the thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You're like, I lost my virginity and got anal probed in the same night.
are there
Yeah.
aliens around here? Sorry.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird. Yeah.
Nice. Well, congratulations. Good for you.
I did it.
Yeah, you did it. Great job. I will say, I mean, I know this. Let's ask you because you are women and you might know something about this, but for men, the pressure to lose your virginity in high school, it's like unreal the amount of pressure you're under to have sex with a girl or to just trick a girl into having sex with you. Right? But
I mean,
is
I
there
felt that way. I literally lost my virginity and didn't have sex or hook. Like, I didn't have sex for another 3 years after that. I literally just did it to be like, I'm not gay.
Yeah.
Here's
That-
proof.
Dude, honestly, that's all I want to do so people could stop making fun of me for not having had sex. You know, it's too.
I don't think I felt pressure, but like all my friends were doing it, so I just felt like I wanted to fit in, so I did it.
Right.
Like I wanted to be like them.
I
mean,
loved the guy. So for me, it was like, oh, it was
Good
special.
for you, Pam.
was he the captain of the football team?
No, he was not.
She's disappointed.
See, you are really sincere about that.
No,
man.
he wasn't. He was the chess captain. Thank you.
yeah. He was on the
Probably.
debate
He
team.
was, I mean, he was a year older. He was like in a year above me. And now that, like, looking back on it, like, he was a super goober. Like, he was not, like, it was, yeah.
You regret
I
the
should have
person
saved
you
it for
lost your
someone better.
virginity.
You don't love them anymore.
Yeah, you should have tried the lacrosse guy. Yeah.
No, he's a super weirdo still. So, yeah.
I mean, is he into pegging? Hook him up with Jamie.
Right.
Probably.
But you'll
Send
never
him
get
my
rid of
way.
him.
Oh, is he the stalker? Was he the stalker?
He's not the stalker, but he did try to, like, he was slide into my DMs like on Facebook a few years ago, and I was like, you need to like not talk. Like I had to block him because I texted our mutual friend. I was like, he won't stop texting me, and he texts me like late at night, and he's like, hey cutie, and I'm like, I'm not your cutie. Like, leave me the hell alone. I literally blocked him because I was like, this is just gross. He was
The internet is
so
not
gross
serving
now.
you well.
Wow.
yeah.
Yikes.
I'm fairly
Yikes.
blasé about
How-
social media.
How many stalkers have you had, Pam?
Oh, just the one. just the
One
one,
and a
and then
half.
that guy.
Be honest, Pam. Be honest. When the stalker was gone, you were kind of flattered,
You
right?
missed
You were
it.
flattered, right? You were flattered. Be honest.
No, because I had already moved on at that point. Like I was dating the man I'm with now, and I was like, leave me alone. Like
don't-
I don't want
You
to
don't
be
miss
with
being
you.
messaged
And
at
I
3:30 a.m. in the morning.
You
What
don't
are you
be
wearing?
No.
yeah. You don't miss the message of
Don't
like
miss
I'm
it.
watching you sleep right now. You know.
You don't like a nice 12:38 a.m. How was your day?
Yeah, no, I do not miss that one bit. Yeah,
Well,
that was
you're lost, Pam. You're
yeah.
lost.
I lost. He's probably somewhere just crying into the paper bag that should have been put over his head.
He's just getting pegged.
He's somewhere pegging it out. No big deal.
Do you
So
want to be pegged, Jamie? Sure I could take up his number somehow.
Hey, send it my way.
nice.
You'll
Okay.
never
I
get
need
rid
a
of him.
stalker. I think I need a stalker. At least
All
he's
right.
a nice
Oh,
guy.
Jamie, we keep up the pegging talk. You're gonna have
Oh,
stalkers.
for sure, James. For sure.
I cannot wait.
You're gonna have guys banging at your door.
Oh
yeah,
my god, I can't
we're,
wait.
we're gonna have to change the name of the show to Pegging
The
Perspective.
pegging perspective.
You know?
yeah. We already know who next week's guest is, and by the way, it's just pegging talk. With
Yes.
Thank God,
I love it.
It was just a couple questions.
I'm sorry, Pam, that we opened up Pandora's box on your episode, but I have
Peg-
questions
more
about
like
Vaseline
Pegdora's
versus
box.
lube. We have
Yeah.
so many things to find out.
I don't
Yeah.
remember the kind of lube we used. Definitely
Wow.
probably wasn't Vaseline though.
No.
I think he took care of that. He was like a pro at
Yeah,
it.
it was tears.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, it was the memories of his childhood. That was
All right.
the lube.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so we are coming to the top of time, but before we get out of here, Pam, I do want to talk about what you got going on right now. So if you could relay us, where are you working now? What is your job? And you said you own a flower shop still?
No, I used to. I sold my
Okay.
business like 12 plus years ago.
God
I
bless
try to tell that to all the people that text me about business loans still.
you.
I sold my business ages ago. I do a lot of freelance, but I work mostly at a very large event company, and we are so crazy busy right now that it is exhausting, but we're all gonna get through it and crank out some pretty work. And
Nice.
yeah, I'm excited. I get to work with a lot of really great people. So
Oh.
that's one of the things that I love about it.
Are you doing wedding planning? Is that like, or is it all
No, I
events?
do. The company that I work for is called Pencora,
Okay.
and they are fantastic, and they'll do everything for an event.
They
You
do
know, they'll help-
crazy stuff.
Crazy stuff, but we are very visually focused on all of the like decor details. So we'll do draping, we'll do furniture. We have so much furniture, gorgeous furniture. We run things out to a few people as well, but for the most part, it's just people that I know because I know we can trust them with our stuff.
Nice.
But I do the floral end of it. So what happens is my boss will sell a job, and she'll consult me on some of the things like pricing and ideas. Then when they finally get the job, I get the proposal, and then I work the numbers so that I can order the flowers and do the design in my head so that when the time comes, we have designers come in, and most of the time I'm in the room with them designing. Sometimes I'm like, here's the paperwork and do it, and I got to go finish ordering for another job. So
Yeah.
while it's fun, sometimes like last week we had some gorgeous flowers and I just didn't get a chance to design, but
Oh.
it's okay. It all works out. Everything was beautiful.
Yeah. There'll be other times for more flowers,
Oh
you
yeah,
know. You'll
plenty.
make it
I
work.
got lots of flowers coming next week.
Oh, that's great, man. I'm so happy that you love what you do. That is honestly, that is such a blessing. People don't
It
even
is.
realize how much of a blessing that is.
It
But
really is. It's physically demanding, but like from, and it can be stressful sometimes, but we really love, like, I love the end results. Lovely. It's beautiful. The clients are happy. We have a lot of repeat clients, which is great.
oh,
And because we do a lot of corporate work. And not as many weddings as like Jamie gets to do weddings like nearly every weekend. And
Just
I
like
love
all we do.
Yeah, and then so I get to work with Jamie sometimes, like when we start to taper down on the amount of jobs we're doing, then I'll do some freelance work for other people. So I get to work with Jamie sometimes, and it's a lot of fun.
oh, that's great. So, okay. So we are coming towards the top of time. Pam, I think Justin and Jamie and I are usually on the same page with this, but we would love to have you back on the show if you'd be willing to come back on.
Sure thing. I'll come back on.
This was so much fun.
It's not on pegging night. I don't want to. I will have
No, next time,
Gotta be pegging
actually,
night.
for your next episode, we're going to talk about sounding, which is where men put things into their urethra.
Oh my god, that'd be so painful.
Yeah. So look forward to that next episode.
Yeah. Just to let you know, Pam, every night from now on is going to be pegging night. So there's no living without
There's
it.
no escaping.
Yeah, pegging night is here to stay. But we are coming towards top of time. Like I said, Pam, is there anything you want to say to the Pamela Primrose faithful before we get out of here?
Are there Pamela Primrose faithful people out there?
There's a lot of Pamela people.
And there's definitely one, but I believe he has a restraint.
I believe he has to stay 500
He's
feet
been
away
blocked.
from you at all
He's
times.
been blocked.
Yeah.
Yes, he's been blocked.
You can't come in within
But
300
thank you for
feet of you.
having me. This was a lot of fun.
No,
And,
thank you. You
happy to
saved
do it
us.
again. Yeah, it was
Oh.
a lot of fun.
Can't wait to have you back. Very nice.
I had
Awesome.
no idea what I was getting myself into, but I tend to do that sometimes.
It was a lot of fun, though, right?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was great.
Dive on in.
Dive on it. Nice. Jamtown, Jamers, Jamarooney, Jim Jam, Jim Bob, Jam Dub. What do you got to say to the Jamarama Damn faithful before we get out of here?
Not much. Just thanks for coming and saving us tonight, Pam. You're the best.
The best.
And I can't wait to see you at Fabulous.
Oh, nice. Jalen Dub, Justin Richardson. What do you got to say before we get it?
I enjoyed myself extraordinarily. Dive on in.
Well,
Dive on in.
speaking of diving on in, this has been another episode of the Working Perspectives podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied today by Jalen Dub, Justin Richardson, the amazing Jamie Iglesias, and our special guest today is the one and only Pamela Primrose. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You know, us on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can join us on the Twitter and the TikTok at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com, and please like and subscribe so we keep bringing you this sweet content. Thanks for listening. Stick around for the ad read. Thanks. See you.